What's up guys, welcome to this Moana cake tutorial. Let's get into it. First, I'm gonna start by making that name plaque that's on the front of the cake. I take brown fondant and tan fondant, I roll them into long sausages and I squish them together. I roll them out and I put a wood impression mat on top and then I just give it some light pressure with a rolling pin. I cut it out into a rectangular shape and now I put it on my cutting mat and I'm using a clean razor blade to just cut the edges to make it look like a wood plank. And now I'm gonna come in here with some brown petal dust. This is edible and I'm just brushing it along the edges just to give it some more character. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm coming in with a Dresden tool just to make these lines a little bit deeper. And then right now I'm gonna work on her name. So I'm cutting out with these cool cutters here and I'm using my edible glue to put her name on that plaque there. My edible glue can be found on my website. I'll put a link in the description. And then I'm just making some of these little plumeria flowers and these are just with some molds. They're really easy to make this way. And then I'm using a plunger cutter to make those leaves. So I add 2 plumeria in each corner and then I'm adding the little leaf there and I'm gluing them all with my edible glue so that they stay in place. And I'm just adding some petal dust, some yellow into the white one, and then a little bit of pink into the pink one. For the number topper, I start by adding a lot of Tylose powder into my fondant. I roll it out, I cut it with the 3 cutter, and then I insert a skewer into my edible glue, and then insert it into the middle of the 3. And then I'm just adding those same plumeria flowers on the top there so that it matches the cake. Now on to the actual cake part. I have a crumb-coated chilled buttercream cake here. I'm just adding the final coat of buttercream, a white at the top, a darker blue on the bottom, and a medium blue in the middle. And I use my offset spatula to smear them together to create a nice ombre. And then I use a smooth cake comb just to try to make sure I gotta fill in any of these little areas before I go over it with my offset spatula. I wanna make this a textured buttercream cake. So you can see here, I leave my offset spatula against the cake and then I rotate my turntable and it creates this nice textured buttercream here. I add some of my buttercream to the cake board and then I have the toys here that the client provided. You just clean them first and let them dry. I add them to the buttercream so they stick to the cake board and then I go in and add my brown sugar to make it look like sand. This is a great way to save money is by using toys instead of making them out of fondant. I added a few fondant shells that I made from a mold and this is what the cake looks like. And I also made some matching cupcakes, those same molds for the plumeria. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial.